Welcome back, dear listeners, to another electrifying chapter of Experiencing Amazing Transformation podcast. We're thrilled to have you join us as we embark on a brand new adventure through the realms of personal growth, extraordinary stories, and profound insight. Get ready to be captivated by the extraordinary journeys of individuals who have undergone remarkable transformations, defying odds and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. So buckle up and prepare to be inspired as we delve into exhilarating world of self-discovery and witness the power of change unfold before our very eyes. So welcome back to Experiencing Amazing Transformations, where the extraordinary becomes reality. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce our special guest, Tre Jahn, an up-and-coming artist who possesses a remarkable ability to transform any room with his music and infectious energy. With his immense talent and boundless creativity, Tre Jahn has captivated audiences and left a lasting impression wherever he performs. In this episode, we have the privilege of hearing his inspiring stories, where he shares how his unwavering determination has allowed him to stand out in the music industry. So get ready to be inspired as we dive into Tre Jahn's journey of passion, perseverance, and incredible transformations that can occur when you truly believe in yourself. So welcome, Tre Jahn, to Experiencing Amazing Transformation podcast. So tell us a little bit about Tre Jahn.
Tre Jahn is innovating. Tre Jahn is different, unique in his own way. Tre Jahn is me. So no more third party talking. If you could take a blank canvas, right, and take like 5 different paintbrushes and just throw the paint on the canvas and just let it work, I feel like I keep that myth vibe, like my energy is crazy, but I'm never around. So when you get it, you get it. And when it's gone, it's over with. Tre Jahn is somebody you want to meet and you don't want to forget. And you can't forget because I ain't there too much.
I love it.
So yeah.
I love it. So before I get into your music, how long have you been this blank canvas? When did this artist in you start?
Young, like a loose leaf paper. That loose leaf paper is me beating on my mama trash can before I got my first drum set. So when the drums came into play, it was okay, we're gonna kind of do the drum thing, and then they developed. But I never thought that was what I was gonna do. I just thought it was something I was around. So it went from trash can to church. And I knew it was something because I would go to practices and now I'm playing at the church. And we 4, 5 years old. I didn't know the ins and outs. I just watched my uncles and my grandpa and everybody else just do everything they did. But when it came for my time to handle it, okay, I love playing in the church. Let's see what marching band is about. So I got in the band like 6th grade, going from Uri Drive to Huntington, and I was actually kind of good at it, but I didn't know how good I was. I just knew people liked it, but then I started getting better and scholarship offers started to roll in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, of course. God was telling me something. Like, it was everything I was praying for. It got to be something with music, because everything I prayed for with music, it happened. I get signs from it versus me praying for, like, don't get me wrong, God gonna be there every time. But certain signs you get and you see, you supposed to run with it. So I was like, okay, this is cool. This is a nice little hobby. I could probably go to college for free. Let's just keep doing this. But then as I got older, I started seeing the things that were needed. I need money, and band is cool, but I don't see me being an 8-year, 9-year college student just because I want to be in a band. Like, I just don't see it. I'm not knocking anybody that does that, because it's a culture that you can love and you can fall in love with it, and that's you.
Yeah.
But that's not Tre Jahn. So when I noticed that, it's like, okay, well, let's take it to another level. Let's do music now. We've been doing music, but let's be the person that's paying people versus the person that's getting the checks at the end of the service or at the end of the show. So once we got that dynamic of it, I knew I wanted to make music, but I knew, like, my aesthetic wasn't, all right, we're going to make trap music. That's all I grew up on. So of course it's saturated, it's overly saturated in my brain. So when we got to making music, I'm doing this on my own right now. Let me try to come a little different and let's make sellable music. When I started to venture off and just listen to all my other influences for Blink 182 or all the way back from different pop bands that's just doing what they doing, like I already had a trap influence, but I just knew my pop side was something that could really just shine through the light of the city because it's overly saturated with trap music. I'm not knocking nobody that make trap music, but that's just not me. So when you listen to it, don't come to Tre Jahn music thinking you gonna hear everything else you done heard already. Like, it's off rip. I'm gonna tell you strictly what I'm going through, strictly the lifestyle I'm living, what I done seen, what my people around me have seen, and we ain't seen nothing too crazy. And that's just my vibe, and it's always gonna be my vibe. So once I figured out how to sell that, and I just realized I had a decent team around me to help me push that and sell that, I was like, okay, we really can do this. Then the shows started rolling in, and we kept doing music, and now we're here. So it's just getting better and better as it go. Meeting different people, experiencing different things, show, podcasts, sitting down with an amazing podcast right now. But I knew this the life I was going to be a part of, whether it was something I wanted to do or not, because I'm not going to cut your hair. Like, I'm not finna start cutting hair and I know I can't cut hair. If you let me cut your hair, we're not going to be friends anymore. I'm not going to go try to play basketball. That's not me. I'm not finna play football, no nothing. I'm one of them people that if I see something ain't going to work, it's time to back out. Like, oh, it ain't going to work after the first time I tried. No, like, I'm trying. I done reached out to resources and it just ain't clicking. I'm going to give it up because money still got to be made.
Right.
But when I was reaching out, it started working. Why not put it down? Like, there's no other business in this world right now that'll loan you some money just because they believe in what you believe in.
You're right.
Nobody's going to do that. Nobody going to give you a lump sum of money, or nobody's even going to invest in your dreams if they don't believe that. So why not get in this business if you already figured out how to make sellable music? You're not really a rugged kid. People like what you're doing. You got a nice vibe and you're going to be you regardless if you make it or not, like the music match. So why not do it? When I figured out the why not, I tapped into how can we do it better? Because it's already a why not. So you ain't doing nothing else. This you, dude. So sit down. Like, I don't care if you like it or not. Once I got a passion for it, because I already had a passion for music, I got a passion for recording, a passion for making beats, a passion for just doing everything that come with the process of being a true artist. And once I fell in love with that, it was no going back. I went to college for 2 years. Like,
I was going to ask.
Facts. Like, I went to college. I don't tell nobody, like, if you want to make music, you want to make beats, you watching this right now, you 12, 13, do it now. If you want to make beats and you in college, don't leave college to make beats unless you just know. Don't never give up on something you truly want to do because you see it's hot right now. Because in this game, it's a hot and cold. It ain't all hot all the time. You can make everything look good with some money.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't just tell nobody if they in school, like, hey, bro, you think I should leave school? I'm going to say no. Because, yeah, I did that, but that worked for me.
Right.
I don't know what's going to work for you because I'm not God. God got something written by your name that I don't know. So whatever is going to happen for you is going to happen for you. And this just was so happened to be happening for me right now. So I be telling folks the only reason I really do music right now is because I knew it was for me and I fell in love with it. I got a passion for doing more things inside of music, not just going to the studio, being on Instagram. I really love what I do. I tell them all the time, if I was dead broke, I would still record music. I would still go to the studio every day. This not something I'm doing for the money. I'm doing it because I want to wake up and do it. Like I said, if you want to wake up and be a businessman, you want to wake up and get your CDL, it's nothing against that. Nothing against none of that. You do not have to rap. You do not have to be no artist, but I knew this is what I was supposed to do. And I knew I don't have to be no barber, or I don't have to go to the NBA, or I don't have to go to the NFL. This is what's for me, and it's been in me. If you know me, you know I've been doing music forever, so it's not a facade, or it's not something you looking at like, huh? You know, okay, well, yeah, this was supposed to happen. We just ain't know when it was going to happen. So once I figured out everybody was locking in with what I had going, just me being Tre Jahn by myself before the music came, because we were throwing parties. So I figured, hey, if I could sell out a building based off my energy and how I treat people and I do good business with people on my own time, why not have music to go with it if this something I'm doing with ease almost? And I just knew music was in me, so it was nothing that I had to really just work hard to do. The only thing I really had to just tap in serious with was the business side of it, and that's just really everything we do from now on and we was doing back then. Studying the game. Like, I don't watch regular TV. I don't watch cable. My cable is not hooked up in my house. I promise you. It's strictly YouTube. It's strictly studying. 4 or 5 years straight, just studying interviews, studying shows, studying day in the lives, and not just really to see or try to mimic what they was doing, to see the small mistakes, where this went wrong, or why they're doing this, why they're doing this, so I could be prepared for this game before I even made a song. I was studying this, hands down, word for word, just mimicking almost everything I seen, whether it was country, pop, anything, taking it, mimicking it, putting it in my day in a life, like, okay, these the great, so this is what the greatest person is doing, so this is what you have to do times 10 because they already made it. So they're doing this every day as if this is their regular day, so this can't be your regular day. So once I kind of figured out, okay, well, yeah, you got to do this, like, you got to wake up and record. You got to wake up and sit down. You got to wake up and network. You got to wake up and interviews, anything you could do, Zoom calls, just tapping in, investing in yourself. You got to pay to play in this game. Ain't none of this free. Like, I tell folks, it just don't come with money just because you can make a song. FL Studios Pro Tools is $30 a month. Anybody can go in there and make a song. So don't think you just being able to make a song is what's going to get people looking at you, or just because you could put it on your gram and people see it a little bit, that's what's gonna make people know. You gotta invest, you gotta do these shows, you gotta tap into the market, tap into the people that actually love you for what you doing. Like, tap into the people that love you if you didn't make music or not, and then see what they really love from you, and then attest to that, see what they going through and make music about that. That's how you really break the game down. It's not hard, but if you know you can't do that in that way, you do not have to do this. You could touch people in a different way. Touch people by going hard for yourself.
I love that.
Sure.
You have such an amazing drive that people your age don't have. I don't know if you even realize how set apart you are from people your age. Surely you know, right?
No, I tell him all the time. He'd come to me, he'd be like, hey, you know this? Hey, you know this? Hey, this person said this person said this. And for a minute, it could almost come off as nonchalant. But I promise you, I don't pay attention to it. I just want to be that one person where people can be like, well, yeah, he showed me something, or yeah, I learned something from him. But that's kind of crazy that you said that, because everybody say that, but I don't never look at it like that, because I feel like even if I'm doing enough, I ain't doing enough.
That's cool. Still saying that, it's humbling. But at the same time, it's just like where you get it from. Because a lot of parents pour into their children and have hopes, dreams, desires, you know what I mean? And they come out different. They come out not having this go-getter spirit that you have. So it's got to be in a relationship with God.
Yeah, of course. Growing up in the church.
I know people grew up in the church. They don't have this drive. You had this zeal You've had a relationship with God longer than most. So it's like you tapped into your purpose and you're not letting anything hold you.
Yeah, I've been saying this for a while now, but I tell folks, I know why I'm in your life. They be like, what you mean? I'll just be like, bro, I know why I'm here. They be like, what? I'll be like, you gonna know this, bro.
Don't I say that? Oh my God, where he come from?
It's crazy.
That's why I can say the same at a young age. I had that same drive, zeal, like I knew my purpose. It's amazing to see it on somebody.
Thank you.
And to know that this is just the beginning for you and you don't even know it. I'm smiling from ear to ear.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right, bet. So, you really love podcasting, right?
I do.
So this is something, somebody asked you to do this at 4 a.m. for free. You would get up out of your bed, out of your sleep, and you would do it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I always ask people that because I tell people at your deepest sleep, no matter if you have been partying or not, and if you get up and do anything, whatever that is, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
I agree.
That's crazy.
And I'm an encourager. I'm a motivator. I've helped people create businesses. My dream, my hope is to make such an impact in someone's life where it changes not their now, but their forever. It's not just coming in here doing this. It's, hey, Kim, you need me, anything, I'm there. No matter what time, day, I leave work because I want to make sure you have whatever God has in me. If you need it, I'm going to make sure you get it.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's more about making sure my purpose is fulfilled through God. So whatever God has in me for you, I'm going to make sure you get day, night, no matter what time it is, I'm going to do it.
Thank
so
you.
God just made it where he was like, okay, I need your voice to get out there and I need you to introduce my people. So I know anybody that come in here, they got to have some type of relationship with God.
Yes, ma'am.
So you like singing?
Yeah, right. It's a lot harder than rapping. At first, I didn't like it because I felt like my singing was mediocre. Like, you know how you go to a church, I ain't knocking nobody singing, but they just singing over the track, and you're just like, oh, well, she must be the daughter of the church. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, once I found out how to sing better and just teach myself how to match pitch and learn my volumes, learning how to project my voice, learning what to do to take better care of it, it made me appreciate it a lot more. So I started doing it more, and it made me like it. Because I was like, okay, this obviously sounds good because people are saying they like it, So you need to do it because everybody can't do it. It's a lot of people that can match pitch. You might just be somebody that need to be in the choir. Right. But it's a lot of people that can stand out. They can touch a microphone and they gonna blow. So once I figured out that's like way cooler than being able to get a mic and like just rap through it, I was just like, okay, this is what we're doing. Because it's always gonna be rap in my music because it's what I started off as, like rapper. That's what we doing, hardcore rap. But once I taught myself how to sing, it probably took me a year and a half. Just going to the studio all the time, singing every time. I was like, okay, yeah, I like this. I grew up singing Christian songs and just Charlie Wilson, R. Kelly, even he make great music. Like, you can't touch that. One of the greatest shows I ever seen. But once I started figuring out, okay, I'm matching their pitches and I'm singing the lead vocals on these tracks now. I'm not just singing these ad-libs when I'm in the car. Maybe you can do this. And once I figured out I could, it's been that ever since. It's just building it, figuring out I can sing their stuff. So once I kind of put it in my perspective, I was just like, okay, maybe you can sing, boy. So I just kept going, and it played out how it played out, and it's just getting better and better every time I touch the track. So I like singing way more than I like rapping, but I still got a love and passion for rap. I feel like if you can sing, you got a job forever. It's just like playing piano.
You're right.
You said you sing, you free?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
What you like about it?
How the anointing hits the room and people actually get free.
So it's like a code breaker for you. Like, you know how you have some people that's in church and they just too cool. Just too cool to praise.
Yeah. Yeah. How you feel when you see the people over in the corner, then they all of a sudden, I know that feeling.
And they be mad too.
Yeah.
Like, it be like, what girlfriend broke up with you before you came to club tonight?
Who
bro?
hurt you?
Who did something to you, bro? You can call her when you leave. FaceTime and show you at the concert. So, you know, on your Facebook. I know that what people be on. You know, your Facebook.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
because
true.
I seen so many people coming, like, in the churches I was growing up as, like, when I was younger. And the way they impact their room, when they just start singing, even if they sit in the crowd, like, that's them people that they used to walk up to and they'll hand the mic to them. They sitting way in the back. They like, hey, bro, you know why you here. You ain't just come here just to sit down. Come on.
That's the story of my life. Literally, I remember when I was probably about 14, 15, and a pastor came down off the stage and just handed me the mic. I was like,
they gotta be the best
we were just visitors. We was just visiting. Like, you not gonna know. And of course, you just take it over and people get free. People get free. People get delivered, or whatever is holding them, you know. Because you don't know what people are dealing with in that moment. So God just, if you're there, and that's what God has you for, is for you to say something. That way they can release whatever they dealing with at home, or, you know. So that's what I love about it. But I like this. I love the fact that God keeps sending me artists or keeps sending me musicians, because He know music is my passion. Music is it, and that's how I've been able to impact people, you know, from a little girl to now. But now I can actually verbalize it, talk about it, and hear other people with that same power, passion, purpose.
I like that. That's a good answer. That's validated.
Oh, well, thank you.
I like that answer.
So what school did you go to?
College?
Yeah.
So my first year, I went to Alcorn State University.
Okay.
I marched there, then I left and went to Grambling.
Really?
Yes.
God said it was time to go.
I kind of knew I wanted to do music then. I didn't want to give up on college after my first year. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to go back to my roots, because I went to Huntington, so it was already a home. When I got there, I knew what I was going to do. Let me try to do this music thing on the side. Luckily, one of my friends tapped me in with one of the nice producers on Grambling's campus and just got me started with recording late night just during campus life, like just doing us. If I'm not marching, okay, class over, probably like 2 o'clock. I got the rest of the day now. And then probably the next morning, I probably don't have a class till like 1. Well, let's try to just fall in the studio as much as you can. And to be honest, I got tricked into making music. It was like my second week at Grambling. One of my homegirls, her name is Shay. She actually makes music. Shout out to Shay. She took me to the studio. So the night before, we went to this music event Because I was always going to the music events just to get my face shown. Even if this the orchestra event, hey, I want y'all to see me in this music event to know, like, hey, I do music. So I'm there, and we go. And she had told me prior to, she was like, man, I'm going to introduce you to somebody that got a studio. We go to the showcase or whatever, and she like, come here. She talking to this dude, but I'm not thinking he the dude. I'm just like, all right, what's up? All of a sudden, just no introduce. She like, hey, this is my partner Tre. He rap. Like,
Wow.
I'm like, what's up? He like, what's up? Come to the studio tonight, 11 o'clock. I'm like, all right, bet. Two things are going to happen right here. I'm either going to have to rap in front of whoever is in that studio tonight, or it's going to go bad. And my face here for rapping is going to be over with. Based off how she done made it big. So I'm like, I got this one song I've been working on anyway. If he let me record, let's do it. He canceled the studio session, but she like, hey, I got a session tomorrow. Just come with me. So we go, and we get in there. He breaking the beat down, just loading everything up, just arranging the beat for it to be rapped on, of course. She like, I'll be back. I'm like, all right. Not thinking nothing of it. 30 minutes go by. I call her phone. It goes straight to voicemail. So he looked back. He like, I hope you've been writing, because this beat for you.
Oh,
so
wow.
she had paid for the session and left. But she made it seem like it was her session.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was like, all right.
Shout out, Shay.
Yeah, shout out to Shay. Like, I had never been to the studio before. So he loaded the beat up. I rap in my head. I'm like, all right, trash. Yeah, all right, it's cool. See you guys tomorrow. They call me back when I get back to my room. Like, bro, this hard. We ain't stopped playing this since you left. You got to come back. It's like 1 a.m. I'm in my bed. I'm like, bro, what? I'm finna come down there. No car or nothing. I walk. And if you know Grambling campus, it's big. So I'm in the back, and they stay in front of the school. So I go. I can hear the song while I'm walking down the hall. I'm like, okay, yeah, they jamming this because it's loud enough for me to hear it. I walk in there. I'm trying to be all player. I'm like, yeah. Trying to make it seem like I had already been doing it the whole time. But that's when it finally clicked. As long as you make it look like something, you back it up, it's going to be straight. Say like, bro, let's do another. Somebody want to do a feature for you. I'm a college student. No money. Cool. They like, how much you charge for feature? I'm not knowing nothing about feature prices or nothing. I'm like $100.
No.
But $100 in college,
I agree.
That's $1,000. So we end up doing the feature, and it's hard. Now they playing the record around just the people that's in the underground scene before it gets underground. Shout out to artists Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Sofago. Before it even got underground, they were playing it. Well, this is cool because the song they were playing, of course, when I first was walking back to the dorm room that they were in playing my first song, it was a rap song. But the song they was playing around, it was a song and I wasn't rapping. Maybe this is what we should try to make. But school finna be over. No studio at home. I don't know nobody that record. Nobody trying to help me. I'm reaching out to folks. And at first they started hitting me back and texting me back. Then no text back. We supposed to be partners though. So when I was reaching out, because I really want to do this, I would double text, and I don't even do that. So I would double text folks, hey bro, how I do this? How do I get this? Like how I upload this to get my music out, or how I tap in with this person, or how I can make this better. No response back. Cool. No lie. I kind of got discouraged because I was like, well, maybe this ain't something I'm supposed to be doing because it's kind of sold up. But then I took a step back. I looked at everybody around me. I was like, okay, well, they kind of rocking with it. So let me just try to lock in and do a little better. So I'm in my room every day at this point. Because at that point, I feel played with. I'm rapping every day in my room, just making songs, singing. All right, teaching myself how to sing, teaching myself how to match pitch, learning my keys from A to G, learning my time signatures, learning how to come with different flows in my pocket, learning how to count bars. I didn't know how to count bars at first. This goes on 2 months now. We finna get back to go to school. But one of my friends, Flexer, he was like, hey, bro, man, hop on this song. You told me you was rapping. I was like, man, send me something. I'm not thinking you're going to send it. He sent it the same night. So I got to ask somebody. And I get locked in with one of the DJs in the city, and he ended up recording. Then I get the song back to him. He like, bro, this hard. And then everybody listening to the song, they like, bro, this hard. So every song they saying that's hard, I'm a feature on, and I'm singing. So, well, we got to keep doing this now, dude. Like, let's do it. Time going, I go back to school. I go back, and now I'm in the band. So I don't really have the time. I don't go to practice, the night practice. I don't go. Straight up. Hey, if you're in the band at Grambling, don't do that. Mr. D on your behind. He running them bleachers for sure. So I'm like, I ain't going. I get a call. They like, hey, we at the studio tonight. Pull up. They been calling, but I'm like, I can't. But this is my shot, and I'm raw. Let's do it right now. So he like, all right, let's do it. I'm going to record you tonight. Let's go ahead, lock in. So I get in there. And I'm sitting in the room, but I can tell and smell that there's more people in there that is supposed to be up in there. So I asked him, like, bro, you recorded me tonight, huh? You just texted me and said, we'll pull up to the studio. He like, nah, bro, I forgot, bro. Oh, man, these folks had came, but they had walked in after me. So I get home, something ain't right. So I just tap in. I'm going to keep marching. This is my last year. I love school, don't get me wrong, I love the college campus. But I gotta make me some money, and I know the age gap between being an artist right now is real slim. I'm not finna be here no 27, 26, talking about trying to rap. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta come up with a plan to tell my mama. I had called her, because at first I had just been making music on my own, going to the studio, scraping my money up, going to the studio by myself. She'll just drop me out. But I told her, I was like, hey, I'm finna rap. This what we finna do. She like, all right. I'm serious for real this time. She like, all right. So I was like, I knew that, all right, I gotta do something, because she rocking with it because I'm her son, but she just like, yeah, I ain't never seen no rapper blow up from around here, so nah, all right, you gonna rap, all right, go ahead. I'll take you over there. So I lock in with this other engineer. Shout out Tremaine, T-Main the producer, Music Master Productions on Instagram. I lock in with bro, and he like, all right, I record you. So I go in, I record a couple of records, and I can feel my sound evolving, because now I'm in a real studio. This ain't no dorm, and now we busting it down. This how this supposed to sound. This how your voice actually sounds. You need to perfect this. So I get in there, and they go crazy. I make a couple songs, but it's none of the songs that I really just want to put out. I just know they hard. My friends playing them. It's cool. Then I make I-20.
Yeah, I like it.
Then my mom was like, that's you? That's you on this song? Like, yeah. You like it? She was like, yeah. I'm like, for real? She like, yeah. So it really kind of boosted my confidence up, because at that point, I'm like, bro, as long as my mama like it, I don't care who like it. I-20, No Change, songs like this started to come around. And it's like, all right, now he probably know what he doing, because this don't sound like nothing that was supposed to be coming up out of here. We just thought he was going to make music and talk about the normal Streetport vibe, and that's what he was going to be on. But then when you listen to it, you like, where is he from? Okay, I might have did something. It's time to figure out how you doing this now, bro, because people liking it. I started recording more and more, and now I'm probably 120 songs in now, probably a year and a half span. I record every day now. I always had a relationship with God, but I wasn't praying for what I wanted. When I started to pray for what I wanted, I was praying for the wrong wants. I wasn't praying for wisdom to control what I get. I was praying like, all right, man, God, please, if I do this, bro, please give me some money, bro. Like, I please, I just want my mom to be able to start working, man. I do whatever, bro. I stop doing this, I start doing this. And I had to sit back and think, I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't how it work, bro. That ain't how it work. He listening, bro, but that ain't how it work, though. So I'm like, can you just show, like, give me the wisdom to do this. Give me the mind frame of just build my brain up to be able to make different music, make sellable music, so I can put myself in position to make some money. Can you please put me in these positions? Can you please show me how to gain the knowledge on these positions? And then he just started showing me, like, okay, this how you do this. Shows started calling, bigger shows started calling, and now we meeting these people and they loving the music. They like, bro, what is this? We need this. We going to different cities and loving it. I know I'm trying to take whatever I'm doing global. I want people in China to respect Tre Jahn and respect RSL, the label. From my manager, me, to anybody. They know my cameraman in China right now. I just had to take myself and just make it sellable, and I feel like that's what I did. Because at the end of the day, this could stop today or tomorrow. I walk with God. If he say, hey, we ain't rapping no more, buddy, I got to find something else to do. I just want to make enough money right now for my mom to stop working. That's all I ever want to do, because I'm going to make music whether I'm rich or broke anyway. But I just want to make enough money to my mom to be like, all right, I'm chilling. And now it's cool, because I know I make timeless music. Like, you can listen to any song I got out right now, and it's just the start, and you can listen to it 10 years from now. You'll be like, man, yeah, bro. You'll be from point A to point B anytime. So I just figured out, once I knew how to do that, and I had that end goal and started praying for that end goal, the sky's the limit.
I listened to all your music.
We did.
Which ones y'all like?
I-20.
You like I-20?
Yeah.
Which one you like?
Replayed it.
You like
I told her replay it.
Which one you like?
Is it No Change?
Yeah.
That one did it for me.
Them songs probably like 2020 recorded something. Hard Not Life is one I recorded like the end of last year. And that's the new sound I'll be looking for. My backgrounds done changed. My beat selection done changed. My voice done got a little stronger for singing my notes. So, oh yeah, it's gonna be nice. That's just the beginning. We're gonna have some fun. Cause we got a lot of these records and we finna give them to everybody. But that was the whole sole purpose of me. I took a year off from like just posting on social media and just posting music to build my catalog and just build myself as an artist, to present myself the right way. So we got songs for days. We got tapes on tapes, ready to go. Like release right now if we wanted to.
Good.
So, oh yeah, it's coming. I'm glad y'all like them songs for real though, cause they're my babies. They're my children. I call them my children because, say, as you got a child and they're a newborn, you don't want to drop them off in nobody's house.
That's right.
You're like, man,
hold your
here you go. There you go right here. But once I put them out there and I seen a lot of people gravitating to that I-20 sound, that ride music. So I was just like, man, let's give them Hard Knock Life because I knew what that was going to do. They were going to be able to like really hold on to it. But all the other songs like No Change, Duffel, I-20, I love them songs so much because you can tell the evolution of like my recording process. Like you could tell, okay, he learned how to sing a little bit now. You listen to I-20, you're like, okay, this good. Then you go to the next song, you're like, okay, this is a little better. You go to No Change, you'll be like, okay, I like this. Then you get Hard Knock Life, you're like, okay,
inspiration from when it comes to writing these?
Well, I grew up, Wayne, like coming up, just strictly big time with Hot Boys. Wayne, all the Carters, just listening. I was there for the rock album. I was there for all of that. So it just showed me it's okay to sell different kind of music while you got this image of being a rapper. Like it's okay to come and cross over. Go from Wayne, 2009, then Young Thug come out, and it's just like, okay, this is kind of like a spinoff of what Wayne is doing, but it relates to me a little more.
Okay.
So we go from there, and then Chris, off Dunk, like, it's been Chris Brown since Chris stepped on the scene in 2006. He was my older brother at that point. I was just like, okay, look, this what it is. The same way he was looking at Mike, that's the same way I was looking at him for us doing stage presence, for us looking at recording records, putting backgrounds in my vocals, singing, like being able to rap and sing. So when you get that mixture, it's just like, of course I get the mixture of that whole Atlanta scene from listening to Young Thug in 2009, because if it wasn't them, it was Young Thug, Migos, and Rich Homie Quan. And then you get Wiz. But as I got older, of course Wiz Khalifa in that. But as I get older, I start tapping into more pop bands or just pop groups. A lot of pop artists from Ariana to Kiana Lede to just anybody that really is just making good pop music right now. Charlie Puth. Just anybody that's really doing that everlasting music. So once that mixture kind of came together, now let's put it into play. Like, okay, you got a little gumbo pot going, but let's try to make you sound like yourself. And once I just figured out how to tell my story with what I was doing and perfect my vocal tone of how I was projecting everything I was putting on records and putting in the studio, and just figured out how to become Tre Jahn as an artist, all that came into play. That's why you listen to all these different music and you'd be like, this really sounds good. He kind of sounds like, but I don't really know if this is him. So once I got that feeling, I was like, okay, you're doing something right. So once I got those influences and kind of just listen to it, like he'll tell you back in the day, probably like 10 years old, I could rap the Carter 3 from top to bottom, every song. Like that is my favorite album to ever come out. He was one of the first ones besides Soulja Boy to get on YouTube, and he dropped the A Milli video. So, okay, maybe this is possible. We look up like in a tad sense, and I'm like, okay, he's doing what I like to do, and he's making music that I like to make. So let me just focus in on what he's doing, even if I ever do make music. Like, let me just see, because this is what's entertaining to me. And then you take Chris and Wayne and you put those together, it's just like, what is he listening to? And that's all that's playing. That's why I always have headphones on. So if I'm not listening to myself, I'm listening to them dudes. So you could say Wayne and Chris for sure top. And then you got Thug. I'm waiting on this Dedication 1 to drop. Then he gonna drop No Ceilings. Then he gonna drop, then Chris finna drop Graffiti. Chris finna drop this. And this is what's playing the whole time. From that era where Chris and T-Pain were just doing them. Yeah. Like, I'm a duo dude. If it was Thug and Quan or T-Pain and Chris, that's what I was listening to. Whether it was Future and Uzi, that's what I'm listening to, because I know what the collaboration is going to do when those two canvases mesh together. But that whole influence just comes from wanting to have fun. Like, I watched Chris and them make records like Loyal and Ayo and all that other stuff, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. I was like, all right, I want to make music like that. But let's kind of put my southern style on it. Let's just have some fun with it. So once I figured out how to do that, it was over with. Shout out to them influences, though. Hopefully we can work in them in the future.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
It's definitely fun. It's definitely enlightening, too. And it does not sound like it's from Shreveport. I will say that. I was like, who is this young man? Like, for real. Play that again. Like, okay. Let's hear what he got to say. I just kept listening.
For sure. Even what you spoke on earlier in the interview, you was like, you could tell he got this in you, or you could tell you got this in you, or what you done been through to be like that. Like, I'm 23 years old, don't get me wrong, but I done been through more than the average man probably done been through. But it is what it is. So I just know how to take the punches and roll with it. That's why, like, a lot of my friends got a saying, like, bro, you 23 going on 50. But it's just like, I have older friends that are older than me, and they look at me as I'm the oldest. So I always say, I know why I'm here. So that influence comes from a lot more downs than ups. But no, thankfully now that God done got us, we up more than we down. So, but you got to keep rolling with the punches, and we're going to be all right. Y'all got to catch one of my shows. If y'all watching this, hey, I'm in Dallas tonight, but look, this ain't going to come out in time. But y'all come see me in a couple weeks. I'll let you know where I'm at for sure.
I am so honored and just blessed to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Especially before your show. We really appreciate you coming in and just your humility and just your spirit. I just love it. I love everything about it. Before we leave, before I let you go, I do want to ask you to say something that will encourage the next rising star. You've said so much. You really have. You've given a wonderful floor plan. But if it's like one particular thing that you could tell someone.
Don't be scared to believe in your uniqueness. Don't limit yourself. Don't do something because somebody else is doing it. If you're doing something, no matter music, acting, dance, whatever you do, don't limit yourself. You don't want to be at your deathbed, and Lord forbid, long as Lord walking with us, we good. You don't want to be at your deathbed and everything you could have done or could have been is sitting there and they looking at you. Don't be scared to be you, because it's somebody in this world that's just like you. It's too many of us. If you're making music and you're scared to put it on Instagram because you're getting 2 likes, 2 views, the views don't matter. What matters is who in them views. And if they in your views and there's 2 people that you know and you love, take them people and put them under your wing, because they obviously want to see you win, because they took the time out of the day to give you 2 views. Don't be scared to be different, and don't be scared to go get what you get, because you never know. Never know. And don't sleep on another star neither. If you big right now and you already a star, or just anybody that's doing something and you feel like you just growing how we growing in this music, because we all gonna get there, but you never know who is next.
Right.
You never know. But that's all I got for the rising artist, man. Stay true to you and don't be scared to push you. Right. And pray for what you want and go get it. Don't pray for it and think it's gonna fall out the sky.
Well, there you have it. I couldn't have said it better myself. This has been such an amazing interview. You gonna come back?
Yep.
Ah!
Just let me know something. I'll be here.
Yes. Yes.
For sure.
Thank you so much for coming.
It has been an honor and a privilege to be in the presence of one of God's chosen. And it's nothing like seeing someone being transformed right before your eyes. And I'm so grateful. So with that being said, we're going to say a quick prayer, trusting and believing that God has something great on this podcast for everyone that's listening and everyone that's connected, and for this young man and all those that are trying to grow and learn and be in the same industry. So with that being said, let's go ahead and say a quick prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today with grateful hearts, lifting up a prayer for Tre Jahn, who has grown in confidence and passion. We thank you for the journey that has brought him to this point, for the talent and gifts you have blessed him with and bestowed upon him. Lord, we ask that you continue to nurture and guide this young artist, surrounding him with your divine love and protection. May his confidence grow even stronger, allowing him to be fearless and express himself through his music, touching the hearts and the souls and the minds of those that listen. We pray that you open doors of opportunity. Lord, we pray for favor, for every connection that he's touching, God, connecting him with the right people who can help him reach the world with his wonderful energy and passion. May it serve as his testimony to your grace and your faithfulness, reminding others that with determination and belief, dreams can be realized. Let his journeys be his testament to your power and transform lives and bring out and about positive change. We commit Tre Jahn and his career into your hands, God, knowing that you have a perfect plan for his life. May he continue to grow in his artistry, in his music, in his passion, always staying true to his values and using his platform for your good. In Jesus' holy name, we pray, we thank you. Amen. If this prayer has blessed you in any way, or if his story is familiar or has helped you in any way, please reach out to us, because we're praying for you as well. We're excited that God can use a ministry like this to reach you, those that are listening, to help encourage, inspire, and change your life. With determination and confidence, you can do all things through Christ. Everybody doesn't have the same path. Everybody doesn't have the same walk, but we all have the same destiny. With determination, we all want to get to heaven, and we all want to do what's pleasing to God. So if that's you, please reach out to us and let us know how this may help you, how this may have blessed you, and if you just need us to pray with you, for you, as we pray for ourselves. We continue to cover all of those that are listening and all of those that are being transformed, because we know this is a journey. This journey is a walk and it's a daily thing. And I know you're not doing it by yourself. So I want to encourage you every single day, because sometimes it does feel like we're alone. But I want you to know that you're not alone. You can do this. You always have God with you. Even though it may seem like you're alone, remember you have God with you. So connect with us. We want to pray for you. We want to pray with you as your life is being transformed. I pray this helped someone, and I want you guys to please listen to this young man's album. I-20 is amazing. Change is amazing. And this young man, Tre Jahn, I'm honored to be a part of this journey. Thank you for coming on. And I pray that everyone that listened is blessed. Thank you so much, guys. God bless.